Alright guys, I'm here to bring you another Saint Seiya game, and this time it will be Saint Seiya Rebirth 2. Now, I already covered the original version, so the original Saint Seiya Rebirth on my channel before, and that has been going on for like 5 or 6 years, so it definitely have that longevity as a mobile game. This, considering it's a sequel, it's likely going to see the same kind of longevity as that, so it could be a game that will be going around for quite a while up in the future. Now, the main battle mechanic is somewhat similar to the original Rebirth, so if you haven't seen that already, then watch my video on the original Rebirth mobile game. But I guess the biggest differentiator is that the original one is more like 2D anime feel, where this one, as you can see, they kind of have all the 3D models for the different characters, and you will see later on when I show you the story mode, there's all the cutscenes, etc. They are all kind of like 3D like models, 3D graphics, that kind of CG animation, rather than kind of your standard kind of like 2D animation, that kind of stuff. So that's basically like the biggest difference between Rebirth and Rebirth 2. And obviously, there was already a bit of a hype when this was out last year. I didn't get a chance to actually play around and cover it, so that's kind of why I am gonna do it today. Now, in terms of how to actually download this game is only available in China right now, so you would have to download it via a Chinese gaming platform, which I am going to recommend X7 Games. This is kind of where I download all of my Chinese server games because it has like built-in functionality such as like translate, etc. Now, when you actually, I will share this link in the video description below, but basically once you go onto the link, you just basically click on the download button, and then this will take you to this page where you can actually download the platform itself. So just the platform, not the mobile game right now. And then once you have that platform, you open up, you can then, well, the first thing I actually recommend you guys to do is actually to sign in. So basically, you go to this tab, which is called Me on the bottom right. You then click this home button, you can then sign in. And basically, the nice thing about this is that you can just enter your existing email account, so it can be Gmail, and then press get code, and basically you can log in with the verification code. It sends to your email inbox rather than setting up an actual account for this platform. Once you have actually logged in, then you can search for whatever game you want to play. So in this case, Saint Seiya, and then you can get onto Saint Seiya Rebirth 2. So that's basically how you can actually get onto this game. Okay, then let me show you some gameplay just so you know how this game actually works and different functions, etc. So this is a gacha game based on Sensei IP, obviously, and obviously you collect or summon for very different characters. It goes into a rarity of SSR, SR, and R, etc. Obviously, SSR being the best character. Now you can take a look at all of the characters available here. The nice thing about this is that they have the license for the animation rather than just the manga, which basically means it's able to include characters from the Asgard arc as well. So, for example, you have this Seiya in Odin clothes. You obviously have, Hilda. You have all of those characters from appearing from the Asgard knights as well. So let me try to find them. So yeah, so you have all of these characters who are obviously only available in the anime, not in the manga. So it's nice that you're able to actually play them in this game. And also, if this game is going in the same direction as the original Rebirth mobile game, then I mean, I assume they are because it's by the same developers. So if that's the case, then in the original Rebirth game, they also managed to obtain licenses for Lost Canvas, for Next Dimension, for Sensei Omega, Sensei Show. So basically, you can actually play through characters of all of the Sensei different series rather than just the original series. So that's also obviously a very nice thing about this. Now I will show you how to summon in a bit, but before getting that, let's just go through the actual battle itself. So now, okay, so basically this game is not open world, even though you can actually basically control the character to move in certain ways. But essentially, this is just a bit of exploration when you go into the different areas. What you can actually do is basically click on whatever this icon, the mission icon, and then it automatically let's say teleport will take you to the stage that you need to do in order to progress. So you don't actually have to move around at all if you don't want to. Now obviously I can then actually go into battle, and the way battle goes is that basically you can select up to 5 characters into whatever formation you want. Now the characters, some of them are only for the front row, some of them are only for the middle row, some of them are only for the back row. So when you do swap a character, for example, this is a front row character, which is why when I drag him, you can see he should be appearing on the front. However, you can only have 5 characters on the field, so basically I don't have to swap onto, let's say, this character who's at the back. And the nice thing about this is that you don't need to set up your formation, it automatically swap it for you. So before, for example, you can see I had 2 characters at back, 2 characters in the middle, like this 2 position on the side, and then 1 in the front. However, when I change 1 person from the middle to the front, it basically the formation would then change automatically for you. So that's the quite nice thing about this. You can also obviously filter down here to see what are the front character, what are the middle characters, what are the back characters, etc. You can also borrow from a friend if you want. So that's something you want to do. And then basically you can then actually go into the battle itself. Now the battle, they are decent, but everything's in auto. So basically every single character have their own skills, etc. The only thing you can do is potentially release their skills. But once again, you can choose to set that as auto or not. Now here you can see the animation of the very different characters, which is actually quite cool as well, because once again, it does have that CG 3D animation when you do your special attacks, etc. And this is actually the story. So right now I'm still very early in the story mode. So this is a battle between Seiya and Shuru. So very early in the story arc. This is still the Galaxian War arc, and then basically you can see all of the cutscene they have made it, not using the original 2D anime, but they have actually remade everything with a 3D CG animations instead. So that's quite nice. So that's the bit where Seiya managed to break Shuru's shield. Um, so yeah, so that's that. If you don't want to watch the animation, obviously you can also skip it. So that's up to you. But yeah, so that's basically the battle mechanics, etc. Now, obviously you can improve the strength of your characters by actually go into your characters, the characters you have, and then you have different ways of, for example, you can level them up, you can increase their star rarity, you can actually upgrade them, etc. So basically there's also very different things. There's also this relationship part, which is also quite cool, which is basically that when you actually play certain characters together, they get some additional bonus. So you probably saw me earlier when I play Seiya and Shuru together, because they actually have this relationship, they are basically then able to actually activate certain buff to those 2 characters. So that's quite nice about that. Okay, so that's basically the main battle mechanics. There are also other game modes, but I don't think I've actually unlocked everything, so it's probably not fair for me to showcase them. Um, what else is there? Oh yeah, the summoning. Let me show you a bit of summoning. So basically, the summoning system here is that there is some special banners, I guess. So for example, this one is for Evil Sega, which is only valid for quite well. It's gonna expire very soon. However, you also obviously have this beginner banner, and you also have the standard banner. Now, the way standard banner goes is that there's a pity system, and basically you can get an SSR every 30 summons, I believe, which is quite nice. But also at the same time, you can actually guarantee which SSR you get when you actually reach 80 summons. So that's also quite cool. So basically, once you have reached 80 summons, you can then pick one of those that's actually on the screen here, and then basically then click this recruit button to actually summon them. And then there's also, as part of the beginner banner, basically what they do is they can give you like 10 summons where you can actually re-roll for characters. So right now, for example, I done 2 summons, and basically I can choose out of those 2 summons which one do I want. So let me just show you, for example, this animation again. Basically you can repeat this up to 10 times, so that's kind of what you are essentially going to guarantee at least one SSR character that you actually want, because you can just keep on retrying till you get that in a specific character. Well, assuming you can get that within the 10 multis. Um, you can see the arrow coming down. If it's a gold arrow, then obviously that means it's an SSR character. In this case, let's see who's going to be the character. That is Aris move. So you can see that all of the characters, they do start off with a bit of animation, which once again is quite cool when you do actually summon for him. Let me try to do the other summons as well, just so that you can see all of the different cool animation of the SSRs. Who's this gonna be? Oh, Taurus Alberon. Oh, this one's quite nice animation as well. It actually shows you the 4 protagonists trying to beat Taurus Alberon when they first encounter him. Well, the 4 protagonists. So that's quite cool animation. Let's see who else can we get. Okay, so this one have 2 SR. This Is it Sega? I thought he's a special character. Oh no, this is Pope. Yeah, it's also quite cool. I think this is the first time I've seen Pope like appearing in a game. I mean the evil version of Pope. I mean, obviously in Legend of Justice you have Pope Shion, but this is actually evil Sega disguised as Pope. So this is a Crest Camus. The animation for him also decent. This one's a bit shorter though. I think I prefer the Torosada Brown one so far the most because it included other characters rather than just himself. Oh, Aphrodite. Nice. Yeah, this one's not bad either. Let's see who else are there. This is Aerosmith. We already watched this, so let's skip that. Aphrodite again. And towards the wrong guy. Okay, so basically this are basically all of the character, and because I've done the 10 summons now, you can see basically my summoning from the very different 10 tries or the 10 motifs, and then basically I can pick whoever I want out of this. Who would I want to pick? I might go for Camus because this one actually have 3 SR characters as well. So I'm just gonna pick this. I don't actually know what's the tier list, like who is actually the strongest character in here. But you know, that's just what I'm gonna go with. Okay, cool. So that's basically the gacha system. There's also this, which basically is with this. You can actually, I believe, you can pick which one you want. So this one is actually like a 40 summon pity, and then you can pick out of those 3 which ones you actually want to use. Um, I'm not sure how do you actually put someone inside though. Oh, I have to summon for another 69 times before unlocking them. Okay, fine. Okay, so fine. You would be able to eventually unlock this where you can select one actual SSR that you want to summon for guarantee, but you can only unlock this after you have done another 69 summons on the standard banner. So it's already done 31. So basically you have to do like 100 summons on the standard banner before you can then unlock this one, which you can pick the SSR you actually want to summon for. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. What's in the backpack? I mean, there's not much to show in the backpack. Yeah, I mean, I'm still very new in this game, so I haven't actually went through all of the different functionality or unlocked them yet. But like I said, if you're a good fan of Saint Seiya, this is basically, I think, one of the better games in terms of graphic with all of those 3D remakes and animations. So you can give this game a go. I have heard some reviews from other people who have tried this that it can get a bit repetitive and pay to win. So it's going to be up to you whether this is kind of the waters you want to step into. But purely based on the gameplay and graphic right now, to me, this looks quite clean. And certainly out of all of the Sensei games available out there right now, which to be honest, there aren't that many, this is definitely going to be one of those better ones for you guys to try.